Right, guys, welcome to the video. It's that time of the week again. We're going to be going over all of the winning signals that I gave to my VIPs this week, and what another beautiful week it's been. We had a 64% win rate, 11 signals given, 7 wins, 4 losses, and this is now the 8th consecutive winning week since I started the VIP. We've won every week, guys. The VIPs are printing. So if you want access to that, you need to DM me on Telegram. Anyway, let's get stuck straight in. This is Bitcoin. We're trading Bitcoin now at weekends, and this trade was actually taken live on TikTok. As you can see, it's basically this is our A plus setup. If you don't know my strategy, you need to go to my Telegram, and there's a pinned video. It's not available publicly on YouTube. You need the link, so you need to go to the Telegram to get it. Here we go. We've got a beautiful 5-minute demand zone. We consolidated for an awful long time. We had to break out to the upside or the downside. Apparently, we're breaking out to the upside, made a new high, and then we came straight down in a straight line, reacted off our zone. We didn't wait for the 5-minute candle to close because the reaction was so bullish on the 1-minute chart. We all got in this. Our TP was around here. We all flew to TP. Felt like geniuses when it started dumping like this. All the VIPs were on this because we were all together in TikTok in the chat. It was a really fun trade. We all felt like geniuses when price was going down, and then this happened. We need to start leaving runners, guys, because moving someone's by accident. This absolutely printed. Look, if we would have left a runner, that's a 30 risk to reward. If we would have left a runner on this, guys, seriously. But all good, because the next day we caught another trade on Bitcoin, which was right here, and this one is a sell. It's not quite like an A plus setup this time. I mean, we were downtrending, yes. We made a new low, but I prefer to see price come up in a straight line and tap the zone, just like we saw on the other example. Here it got a little bit choppy, a little bit uptrendy. You know, we made a higher high and a higher low and a higher high. That's not so good for our setup. But we did manage to print a free R on this, and I got the VIPs in on that 5-minute candle close. And then not long after, this is we had a great week on the weekend on Bitcoin, guys, and we had a great week as well. Waiting to see some of the trades we caught this week, guys. They were all monsters. Yeah, this is a real A plus setup this time. 5-minute uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We've confirmed the breakout when we broke this major lower high. We broke structure, confirmed the breakout, and then we've gone down in a straight line. This is a beautiful example of an A plus, triple A plus setup, guys. Doesn't get better than this. We've left a wick in the zone. Look at that massive reaction. And we waited for a bullish 5-minute candle close, and we got in. And this one absolutely printed 4.26R. We didn't do that much. We all got out here. Our TP was around here. We flew through TP, and then we could have caught a little bit more money, but all good. Like I said, we need to start leaving runners, don't we, guys? And that was it for Bitcoin for the weekend. Then going into the week, things started really badly for us. We actually took 3 losses in a row, which isn't normal for us. We lost on the NASDAQ, we lost on the SP, and we lost on gold. And I think that was Monday and Tuesday. So it was also 2 losing days. It was a really bad start to the week. That rarely happens to us. But then things warmed up on Wednesday. So here we are on Wednesday on the NASDAQ. Now, it seems I've actually missed it. I just put TradingView replay back to Wednesday, and it seems it's just took us to like 20 minutes after our entry. But as you can see, it's an A plus setup. Let me zoom out a little bit. We're downtrending on the 5-minute chart, very obviously. We formed a beautiful demand zone. We made a new low and up in a straight line. You see that? Every time, same thing. Up in a straight line, beautiful reaction off the zone. 5-minute candle close, really bearish without a wick on the bottom of it. Really nice bearish close, and we're in a trade. This one printed a 12.4R. I didn't catch that much. I cheated it around here. Right? I don't know if anybody in the VIPs left runners, but we need to start leaving runners, guys. If we left runners this week on every trade, oh my God, insane. So this one printed a 12.43R. The next trade was also on the NASDAQ, so I'm just going to let this play through. And you can see how it printed. Look at that. All in one session. These ain't swing trades, guys. You've got to see some of these risk to rewards. You're going to think they were swing trades. No. No, this was actually insane. Here comes the next trade right here. This is a 52RR. This would have been a swing trade if you wanted to do the 52. This is the biggest signal that we've ever had, that I ever gave to the VIPs. Like I said, we got to start leaving runners. You would have had to hold this for 2 days to do the 52 RR. But in the one session, I believe it printed around 23, 24, 25 risk to reward in the one session. So let's let it play out. Here we go. There we go. Look, you can see what's happening. I'm going up in a straight line. Look, downtrend, new low, up in a straight line. Beautiful breaks of structure, taking all this liquidity that built up here near the zone. A lot of liquidity built up near to this zone. This was really a beautiful setup, actually. And let's just see the reaction candle. Still not to up the zone. There we go. Let's get a bearish close. And we're in. There we go. Let's just let it play out a little bit. Wow, printing. Right. The next trade was on the last 2 trades of the week, actually. Oil. Both on oil. Let's let this one play out a little bit so you can see how it printed. Like I said, you would have had to hold it 2 nights to do the full, but it goes all the way down here, guys. It absolutely mega prints, look. There you go. That was our biggest signal ever given. Now, have I missed one of the oil trades? It was a 1.59R. It was a small one. There it is. Right, we're coming up to it. We thought this one would go a lot higher because we're on a never-ending uptrend. A never-ending trend. That's what I call them. A trend that never ends. And we didn't get a single pullback or a single entry until round about here. There we go. Beautiful. That's where I got in. I actually got stopped out on this, but the VIPs made money. It did a 1.75. Some people cheat early. My TP was like up here. I actually thought it would go and break these highs and just keep going up and up because oil was really bull running. And that was it. That's all it did. I got stopped out, but people made money. And the next trade was on oil. Now this was a beauty. This next one was a beauty, guys. As you can see, we topped out up there. It did not go and make a new high. We started a 5-minute downtrend. Now, we've been downtrending for a long time. The longer the trend, the easier it is to trade. And there we go. Look at that. You see that, guys? Let's zoom in. Big downtrend. We didn't make like a new low, but there was enough liquidity build up near the zone here for me to get into the trade. I like to see the liquidity qualified by it making a new low, breaking these previous lows. In this case, that didn't happen, but there was a long build up of liquidity. It wasn't just 1 or 2 candles of liquidity. There was a long build up here. So that was enough for me. And the way that price approached the zone was absolutely A+ in a straight line. This is exactly what we look for every time. If you've not noticed, it's always the same thing. And there's our entry on the 5-minute bearish candle close. Didn't have a wick on the bottom, tiny little wick on the bottom. It's really bearish. It's beautiful. And let's zoom out and let this trade play out because it printed like an 8R. Boom, 8 risk to reward, 8.29, guys. And that was it. That was the last trade of the week. So that ends our 8th consecutive winning week. And if you want to get in the VIPs, guys, you need to DM me on Telegram. It's free. You just need to trade on Vantage Brokers. Not financial advice, but it's free. Anyway, take care, everybody. See you next week.